from the Orange Room. I got another strat today. I like me some Stratocasters. And they've sent me some delicious morsels. I'm just going to share this quickly, as I do, to various places, hither and that of yon. This one, candy green. Look at it. Candy green will scald your soul. Candy green as the scrolls foretold. Like the emerald tablet. Should be emerald tablet green. The power of Toth will take you away. Oh, this one's perturbed. Someone's got an angry look. I like it. Why is it not going? Is it? Oh, what's going on there? Oh, who knows? Right post. I'm going over here and I'm going over there. Post. It seems like it's still going on. What is going on here? This is not right. Okay, I'm gonna go over here. How's it going out there, y'all? Right? We are live. We got another Stratocaster. Oh, there we go. Boom, boom, shakalaka, boom, shakalaka, boom, shakalaka. Ooh. I'm hearing myself speak. I don't like that. How's it going out there, you guys? It's good to be with you here on this Thursday. How was my daily perambulation, asked Mark. It was excellent. My lovely wife and I took to the morn, rambled around sweet Wauwatosa. And, yes, it was all good. Pat and Donegal, greetings to you. This guitar is a Wildwood 1055, just like the orange one. I thought I'd keep the orange one around, and we could hear what they both sound like back to back, because they're basically the same instrument in terms of specs, different color. This one's a heavy relic as opposed to a journeyman relic back there. So this one has been savaged. It has been reliced in a way that looks like it's been worn in, rode hard and put away wet, as they used to like to say somewhere. Oh. Packers green, a little bit, Mike, right? Oh. I like it. Position is nice. Bridge is nice. this? Just like that. The little dingle hopper came off. When the dingle hopper comes off, you must put it back on. When the dingle hopper comes off. A song called the Dingle Hopper. Relic Strats. This one in candy green, y'all. Candy green. Ooh-doo-doo. Thank you, Joe. That's very nice. This guitar is as follows for your listening and dining pleasure. So for those of you who aren't familiar with the drill, so Wildwood out in Louisville, Colorado, glorious guitar shop of all time, sends me guitars. I do videos with them. Usually I go out there when there's not a pandemic. I go out there 4 days a month and do a bunch of videos every day. For 4 days I go out there and do about 25 guitars a day. Obviously during COVID we haven't been able to do that. So they send me various guitars. I do these live streams, and these guitars are available. And there is a link up above, if you're watching on Facebook, or below, if you're watching on YouTube, that has a link to the specific guitars that I'm playing. This guitar is a Wildwood 10. Why is this not showing up on my phone? I've been having a hard time with technology today, folks. I'm just going to lay that out there. Sometimes technology, it says, hey, Drade, I'm gonna mess with you today and drive you boomer mad, even though I'm Gen X, boomer mad, boomer rage is at hand. Wow, boomer rage is at hand. Why is my phone not loading? Kind of just rando. You know what? Kiss my patootie, Mr. iPhone. You can pucker and press on Drade. I've had it. I know, I remember this. This is 7.22 pounds. Nitrocellulose, 10-inch radius, 6105 frets, quarter sawn neck, candy green. Pretty good. I'll take that phone. I don't need you. Piece of crap. Poop. Poop phone. Poop phone. Poop phone. Poop phone. Poop phone. Poop phone. It's all called Poop Phone. I thought it was good. So this guitar has a 54U neck on it, even though it's officially a 55 strat, as they say, and it's a heavy relic. And candy green, I can say, I don't think I've played a candy green guitar before, but I like it. It's beautiful. Greg, as a beginner and intermediate player, how does one stay motivated with practicing? I don't know where to start or what to practice. Scales are fun, but I don't know what to do. Thanks, love your stuff. Well, thank you, David. I appreciate that. You just keep going, doggone it. Every day you gotta. I learn the most, to be honest with you, in playing along with records. That's the most fun. Still to this day, my favorite thing is to play along with records. And not necessarily to learn everything note for note. You just play along with the records and groove along with them and go, hey, that's kind of cool thing. I'll take that. Whoosh. And it works. It helps with your time. It helps you know where to fit in the recording in terms of, hey, I think I'll play along with this. And you know, it's just playing along with records is the greatest guitar pastime of all time, other than just the playing of it itself, as far as I'm concerned. Especially if you're a fan of, you know, rock and blues and country and jazz and a little bit of funky too. Just fun to play along with records. So as much as you can, learn scales, it's always good. Learn your scales, learn your chord, know what you're doing. There's always time for that. You know, I learned back in the day, I learned my major scales up and down the neck and the circle of fifths and did them with the all the different intervals, seconds, thirds, fourths, fifths, sixth, seventh, octaves, and then all the different chord sets, all that kind of stuff. All that is well and good, but you need to apply it. And if you can't actually play with other human beings, or if you don't even intend to, playing along with records is a gas. Who knows what I'm talking about? Set up your guitar and turn it on, and then you hear the music coming out the speakers. Play along with the people that you want to play with. Say, hey, last night I was in the Stones, right? Or with, you know, Mitch McCorkindale and the Friedrich sisters. You know, whatever. Clancy McCorkindale and the All Night Pounders, a good friend of Serge. Or was it, I'm losing my mind. Festus McCorkindale, thank you. Websites, their websites on the Fritz? Yeah, backing tracks are definitely a lot of fun too. I like that squish. These pickups are underwound, and they're wound to Wildwood's specifications. So at the Fender Custom Shop, they hand wind. Why is that hard to say? Pickups to Wildwood specifications, and that's what goes into these Wildwood 10 guitars. So they're Fender Custom Shop guitars. A lot of people get confused like that when I say, well, it's a Wildwood 10. So what does that mean? Wildwood gets them and he modifies them? No, there's a recipe that they request that Fender does. That's called the Wildwood 10 thing. I don't know what I'm saying thing, but it's just a Wildwood 10. And they follow these things in order to make them to their specification. And again, it's 10-inch radius, 6105 frets, quarter saw neck, special pickups, certain weights, that kind of stuff. And that's what this is. This is what it's all about. Can you dig it? Yeah, playing along with tracks is also good, clean fun. Or with loopers. I like playing along with the loopers and the dupers. Only thing I don't like about this doggone looper, I just want to you know what? I haven't gone online and figured it out. There's probably a very easy cure. I love this looper because the separation of the layers is really good, and it's pretty easy to start it and stop it without doing too many hiccups. But doggone it, I have to hear it for a second before I can erase the last loop, unless I'm doing something wrong, which is highly possible. Did I study singing as well? I did for a time. I did indeed. Yes, there are rules to the singing frontier that are maddening. But most of the important lessons I've learned the hard way. You know, when you're saying, you know, you take vocal lessons from someone who's trained as a, you know, operatic voice or so on and so forth, but they're not singing in front of 100-watt amplifiers and drum smashing and B3s going with monitors that are down here and you can't hear diddly-do. Then a whole nother skill set is involved. Well, I mean, there's obviously overlap, but you got to learn how to be able to survive, being able to utter and croak notes for day after day when you're on the road. So yeah, it's it's good times. Sometimes I just need a doggone shuffle in my life. Sometimes just one chord is all you need. Sometimes one chord is all you deserve, right? Yeah, so these are underwound. Underwound on these doggone things. Underwound pickups, that is. Greg, are you planning to do some Gatton or Buchanan licks on your Guitar World column? Yes, I believe so. I believe if we just kind of wing it as we go. I can't even remember what we all did so far. I did a bunch in a row, and then they edited them down and so on and so forth. So we did a bunch of stuff. We did a bunch of stuff. We did a bunch of stuff. Yeah. Can you dig it? Patrick McManus, what's going down? Yeah, so this is a Wildwood 10, 55 Strat. And it sounds doggone good. So it's a heavy relic. Let's go on close on this rascal, see? There you go. Beautiful, beautiful device. One of these days, I'm going to figure out how to get that donut from shining on these doggone guitars. No, this is a, this should be an ash body. Should be an ash body. Their server stopped responding. How is that possible? How could the Wildwood site be down? It just doesn't make sense. Wildwood site, why are you down? Wildwood site is down. Oh, that's weird. Well, I'm hearing myself sing in odd time here. Exactly. Nice quack on this rascal. Sounds good, right? Good sounding guitar. Candy Green. I once knew a gal named Candy Green. I just think underwound pickups are just a little bit more dynamically sensitive, a little more spongy. They got like a more open sound. These are just my observations. Yeah, I've always done that on the bridge of Strats. You know, Strat was my main guitar for a good dozen years, as far as a stage guitar is concerned, and always would use that palm on the floating bridge. Also comes in handy when you're doing like pedal steely stuff on a Strat, because obviously with the floating bridge, you start bending strings, and while keeping another string fingered as well, doing double stops with one string bent, the other string has a tendency to go flat. So when you use your palm on the bridge, you can kind of compensate for that. right? It's cool. Sir Paul McCartney. Oh, I see you, Stephen. I see you. Oh, that doggone thing. Idea. Dig-a-dig-a-dig-doo-doo. Dig-a-dig-a-dig-dig-dig-doo. Pretty cool, right? So it is a candy green, heavy relic, Wildwood 10, 55 strat. What does that mean? 10-inch radius, 6105 frets. Quarters on maple neck. Special custom wound pickups in the Fender custom shop that are wound to Wildwood specifications. Special weight, this one is 7.22 pounds. Oh, wow, what a beautiful song about this sweet instrument. Just for the diggity doggone heck of it, I'm going to switch over to the orange one I was playing the other day, which is also a 55. With the 54 U-shaped neck. It is a Wildwood 10. So the only difference, it's got the same pickups, the whole nine, except that it's orange. In this case, it's a beautiful sunset orange, they call this. Sunset orange. Just another tequila sunset orange. What? And this is a journeyman relic, so it's only mildly dinged and damaged. And you can see that ash wood permeating through that transparent sunset orange finish. Let's hear what we got. Well, that's because I had the tone control rolled on. Nice and squishy. Nice and squishy and delicious. Nice and squishy. I like it. I'll tell you what, I'll take it right now. Head for the damn hills. Again, these are all right out of the box, so sometimes they need a little bit of discipline. And that's the thing. So when I get the guitars from Wildwood or when I'm shooting the videos, they're right out of the box. They don't set them up for me because it doesn't make any sense. Set the guitar up for me and then have to set them up again for the end user, because one of the great things that Wildwood does, they find out exactly how you want it set up. And it comes to your door, to your specifications, dialed in and ready for battle. Run for the hills. That's right. It's always a good idea to run for the Denmark in the house. I like it. You know, I've got some Dane in me. My great-grandfather on one side was a Danishman. Skeel. S-K-E-E-L. Apparently there's a Skeel Castle. A friend of mine who's from Denmark tells me that there's found it for me. I'm like, wow, where's my piece? Where's my piece of the rock? I will return in glory to my homeland. Resplendent. Some kind of Viking paraphernalia. Axe. Horned lid. Wow, I grunted there. I mean, that came back easily, didn't it? Let that be a lesson to you. The Viking runs deep. Myrtle Beach, Lord have mercy. Bob Rich asks, am I related to the Koch amp maker? No, but I do have a signature amp with them, oddly enough, and that's what I'm playing through as we speak. This blue creature right here, the Greg. Since we had the same last name, they're like, what should we call your signature amp? I said, well, since we have the same last name, why don't we call it the Greg? And they said, ha, 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 ha. Just like that, they said that. And it was so. Okay? And it was so. Greg, I might buy that one. Please don't bend the neck. The neck needs discipline. Bob knows that. Sorry about that. I didn't want to be redundant. But see, Rob, I always just reiterate because I never know if someone's tuning in for the first time. They don't know what the heck's going on. So sometimes I will do the full thing because that's the way of the internet. You would literally have to stand on the corner of the internet and say the same things over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. And still, the moment that you stop saying the things over and over again, someone would go, hey, and you go, I just was sitting on the street corner here the street corner of the internet saying the thing over and over again. Where were you for that? No, hey, I just got here. Oh, I didn't know that. Welcome. Let me tell you a little bit, there you go. So it's just one of the things. Hello from Minnesota and hello to you. How do those guitars play right out of the box? That's an excellent question. They play good out of the box. Sometimes I got to wrestle with them a little bit to get them to stay in tune. But again, by the time you get them, they're dialed in. But sometimes, depending on whatever, it's a little bit of a struggle for me. So I take it on the chin for y'all. By the time you get it, it's been beaten to submission. But old Drade, he's got to wrestle with him a little bit. A benevolent war is at hand. I got to wrestle him into shape. Anyways, Koch amps, ever heard of him? I see you. I see what you did there. Could you please repeat what you've said infinity times? Yes, of course. Yes, I will. I will indeed. Thank you for your sacrifice. You're welcome. It's so hard having to play beautiful guitars and make them behave. It's but someone's got to do it. Am I right? Oh Lord. Is it normal to speed up vibrato until the note fades? I don't. That's just a personal preference thing. If you want to do that, I don't. I don't really speed it up. You might start fast. Totally up to you. It's up to the vibratoer. You can keep it the same speed. You can start faster and slow down. You can start slow and speed it up. It's up to you. It's up to you, vibratoer. It's all in your own realm. Orange guitar in an orange room. See what we did there, Miles? It's crazy how that all works out. Bending them to your will, always an important thing, Mark. Thank you very much. Increased speed does re-energize it. This is true. Greetings from Lubbock, Texas. Who's your favorite Texas musician? Well, that's hard to say. There's so many. There's literally so many Texas musicians. You got T-Bone Walker and Albert Collins, not to mention Billy Gibbons and Stevie Ray Vaughan and Blind Lemon Jefferson and Lightning Hopkins and Johnny Guitar Watson, and the list goes on and on and on. Am I right? Freddie King? What? And I'm missing a gajillion that I could keep on going, but yes. Where am I with roasted maple? Yay or nay? I say yay because that's what I've got on my signature Reverend guitar. I do like, here's what I like about roasted maple. I like maple necks to begin with. They just have a little bit more snap to them as far as I'm concerned. And I think they're beautiful to behold. I like the feel of them. Roasted maple makes sure that all the moisture is out of the neck to the extent that neck's not going to move very much. At least that's been my experience. So an unroasted piece of maple might still Oh, Johnny Winter, of course. See, I knew I was going to miss one, and then people were going to go, boo, woo. But Johnny Winter, absolutely. I don't know what this was. This is the Texas Music Police, I think. Woo! Hold it. You didn't mention Phineas J. McCorkindale. That'll be a ticket. What? Anyway. Does 200 for a Mexican Fender maple neck sound good? I can't speak to it, Brian. I don't know. I don't know which guitar it is. That sure sounds inexpensive. Oh, Buddy Whittington, of course. Don't take my word for Eric Johnson. Hello. Absolutely. So many. Some Christopher Cross. Sailing takes me away to where I've always heard it should be. Joe Ely. There's so many. Bobby Keys. Buddy Holly. It goes on and on and on. And I'm missing even more. Of course, there's a whole of them. Gatemouth Brown. Hello. Thank you. Willie. There you go. See, it's never going to end. See, once we start, it's just never going to end. So David Grissom. Let's just say every Texas musician. I just said it. So whoever you're thinking of saying, I've just covered it by saying every Texas musician. Luann Barton, done. Jimmy Vaughn, done. There you go. Well, Steve Miller is technically from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Okay, just so we're clear. He moved down to Texas, but he was born and raised here in Scotty. He tries to be all, oh no, I'm from Texas. Like, listen, you're from Cheeseland. You may have gone to Texas, but you hail from a place of great power and dairy products. So don't go saying I'm from Texas. Steve Miller, I see you. Right? Now he lives out in California or some damn place. I don't know. What do we got? Is it better to slow dry wood as opposed to roasting? I don't know, Kenny. I can't speak to it. I just know in my own experience with roasted stuff that I enjoy it. I enjoy the roasted maple on my guitars. The necks have been very consistent and very stable, and I dig it. Speaking of which, the Gristle 90s have indeed landed at Reverend, and they're being shipped out to Wildwood. The gold, the black, there's just a little bit of a different color. So this color is going to have to wait. This glorious color right here, the Tosa turquoise. It's a long story, but another turquoise has been made. And it's a beautiful color, and it's transparent. It's beautiful. And that's what's available initially. And those are probably going to be collector's items because they're only going to be around for about 3 months. And then these are going to kick in. The Tosa turquoise. So the black and the gold, as promised, a new tone hue, as yet unnamed. We're going to call it turquoise version 2, perhaps. But those are in the nation. And they are being set up and sent out to Wildwood. So those guitars are going to be delivered. Can you dig it? Steve went to high school in Texas. See? He was born and raised here, though, behind the cheddar curtain. High school, you've already been strung up and tuned. What? I don't even know if that makes sense. Taco Tuesday turquoise. I like that, Will. Doggone it. I see what you've done. Tim is asking, would you say the neck on the orange Fender you're holding is large or small? I'm going to say it's a larger neck. The 54U has got some substance to it. It is not as big as a no-caster U, which has got a little bit more depth to it. So it's kind of for the person that wants a bigger neck but not huge. Does that make sense? The 57V is a smaller profile. This one is definitely bigger than that, and it doesn't have a V, it's got a U. And I really like it. It's actually one of my favorite neck profiles. I've actually got a Wildwood 1055 Telly in faded Fiesta Red. Some people have seen me wield that guitar. That has the same neck profile on it, and I dig it. Can you dig it? Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders, says Guitar Forever. I see you. Maybe we should just say everyone from Texas. Well, not everyone. Maybe we omit some people, but that's up to your own imaginations. That is a nice looking sunset orange. I do like the sunset orange, right? I like the transparent nature that you can see the delicious piece of wood underneath, which is ash. And it looks to me like it's a one piece of ash. I can't see where it's been joined together. Unless they were just so super duper about it, but it does look like one piece of ash. And it sounds glorious. These pickups that are on this, Ryan, are made in the Fender Custom Shop, hand wound to Wildwood specifications. So they're just called custom wound, hand wound Wildwood 10 Strat pickups, single coils. Same thing for the Wildwood 10 Tellies. It's a special recipe that they make that are only found on the Wildwood 10s. Can you dig it? Yes, I did say piece of ash. I did. PAF versus P90 Lesters. Tyler, that is entirely a personal preference thing. There is a sound characteristic to P90s that I like quite a bit, although usually the noise of P90s annoys me. So noise annoys me. So that's why when we did I did a custom, a signature pickup with Fishman. These are noiseless P90s. But in a way that's really never been done before, using the Fluence technology. So they sound like unbelievable P90s. They have multiple voices. I got an out of phase setting on here, and there's no noise. A Les Paul with P90s on it, it has the neck pickup has that big, beefy, glassy tone. But it's amazing. It seems to have a darker silhouette, if you will. There's just a very bassy response to P90, especially the new ones. When you get a new Les Paul, a custom shop Les Paul with P90s, you're going to have this big old beefy tone in the neck, and then the bridge is going to be beefy as well. And I like P90s because they get a little quacky. They got this quacky flavor to them. And PAFs, that's a whole, that's the sound that a lot of people are familiar with. They sound delicious. Kenny says, when are you going to sell Greg Koch's signature knit caps? This is one of my street corner moments, internet street corners. You can go to my website, gregkoch.com. We've been selling them for a long time. We call them gristle beanies, and they're available in a variety of different colors. And we usually have a pretty good quantity of them in stock. My buddy Chris Webb does all the fulfillment for my website. There's a gal down in Georgia that makes them for us. And we're constantly ordering more because people buy these hats like it's going out of damn style. Bless you all, I might add. Don't forget, speaking of which, the new Koch Marshall Trio record from the Hypna. We're accepting, we're taking pre-orders. The pre-orders will be signed. We'll get those all off in the mail. We should get them back somewhere around April 17th. Toby's got to come down. We got to sign all the different CDs, and it's a lot of CDs at this juncture. And then we're going to get them out. So we're sticking to what we said initially, which is going to be the end of April is when you're going to get them. Somewhere in mid-May is when we'll begin the digital release. So prior to that, it'll all be just CDs. And people have been asking about vinyl. We didn't do vinyl yet because there's too many songs on this, so we would have to narrow it down. We might do vinyl at some point, but not right now. You know what I did? Kyle, I played he's asking about my record from the attic. I played that tune. Oh, you hear that B string? I just decided to go, you know what? I'm just going to go about a half step flat for you right now. That's just how I'm going to roll. But again, these are the things that you don't have to worry about. By the time you get it, it'll be all ironed out. But for old Drade, just random things like B string going, hey, Drade, try this on for size. I'm going to go about a half step flat for really no reason, just because Oh, thanks. Thanks, friend. Friendo. Whatever. I am keeping up with my walking. Whoa, yeah. I like it. Orange. Orange is good for you. That strat looks tiny. Well, because I'm 6'7". Again, I'm going to go to the street corner for a moment. Street corner of the internet, where I will say the same thing. That's why when I did my signature model with Reverend, this body is a slightly larger size, about 2 or 3% larger on all sides of the body. It's not so large that it won't fit in a traditional case or look goofy on a conventionally sized individual, but for a person of my size, it looks much more proportionate. Wouldn't it be great to do a strat, the same thing with a strat? When I was doing a bunch of stuff for Fender back in the day, I told him that stuff. I was like, look, there's a lot of people like me, and usually people who are tall have a tendency to be successful and have money. That's just one of the things. You're more confident. This is statistically proven. I'm not just pulling this out of my butt, although sometimes I do things like pull things. Never mind. But they didn't do it because they're so smart. Anyway, so when I started doing the stuff with Reverend, they said, hey, that'd be a great idea. And it has been a great idea. So it would be nice to have a slightly larger bodied Stratocaster so that people wouldn't say, what is that, a 3/4 size? Is that a mandolin? No. I just ate my weenies and stayed a little bit too close to radioactive activity. And so I'm a little larger than most. So that's why the guitar looks small. What? Guitar Lost Euphoria says, I'm tall and on welfare. Well, you know what? There are exceptions. Statistics, there are anomalies in the statistics. Not every giant, whatever. I think you know what I'm saying. Jeff says, hey, Greg, when is the P90 guitar coming out? Yes. They are on their way. I just saw a picture this morning at Reverend. They're being strung up and set up and ready to roll. They are heading to Wildwood's getting the bulk of the first shipment. So they'll have gold ones, they'll have black ones, and they're going to have a version 2 of the turquoise. It's going to be a transparent turquoise. This particular turquoise, Tosa turquoise, will not be available until September due to reasons that are beyond my control. So the other one will be around, and it looks to be a beautiful tone hue. It is a transparent, kind of a darker turquoise, but comely, to say the very least. Very attractive. I should have one here soon so I can play it, and you can go, ooh, I like it. I hope you say that. I hope you say, ooh, I like it. How exciting to have a signature guitar. It is. It is indeed. It's my, the first one, of course, is where is it? I don't have one in here. My Reverend, that's more traditional T style. This one is a neck, a glued-on neck with an ebony fingerboard, Gibson scale, and with these new P90s on it with the Bigsby. The other one is also with the larger body, but it's a bolt-on neck, roasted maple neck, with my Fishman Fluence Telly pickup set on there, which just sounds delicious. What if Greg was Buckethead? You know what's funny is that has been mentioned before, and I'm flattered, but no, I am not Buckethead. Mariana turquoise, if it's deeper and darker. Ooh, I like it. The trench. I like it. Trench turquoise. Forbidden, unknown, deep within the ocean. That P90 guitar sounds like a dream. Thank you. I love it too. I love it so. Can you dig it? Ooh, I like that. Gregor says Mariana Trenchcoise. That's a little hard to say, though. That might be hard for the marketing department. Yes, I am Yarnhead. Well done, Kenny. I am not Buckethead. I'm Yarn's headsman. Yarn headsman. Headsman. I like it. I'll go with it. Can't wait till the individual P90 sets come out. Thank you. Those will be coming out hopefully in May. But as I like to say, let's see. What was I going to say? I'm sorry, I got sidetracked there. It's gone. Prevagen, where are you? It beats Gibbons' wash mitt, although I do like Billy Gibbons' hat. Thank you very much, Alan. That's very, very nice. I have Mariana Trenchmouth, says Guitar Euphoriasman. Where do we pre-order the CD? That is at my website at Greg Koch, GregKoch.com. And the record's called, Your Son's a Great Drummer. What is his band's name? Well, he's in my band. We have a band together called the Koch Marshall Trio. The KMT, if you will. And that's the CD that is coming out next month that we were taking pre-orders for as we speak. Hammond B3, guitar and drums, and it is an onslaught from start to finish. Eddie says, Gibbons' hat reminds me of an armadillo. Too cool. It does remind me of a member of the animal community. I dig it. This is a good question. No out-of-phase position in the Fluence P90s. This is an interesting thing. On the Reverend signature guitar with my P90s on it, it will have the out-of-phase device on board. It'll come with it. But it will not have a third voice. So there's two voices. It's semantics, but there are two voices via this switch right here. On the standalone set that'll be available from Fishman, it'll have two volumes and two tones, like most guitars with two P90s will have. And it will have three voices. So there'll be a push-pull and a push-pull that changes. So there'll be three voices total on that. But to get the out-of-phase thing, it's actually an add-on to that scenario, to that pickup set. Because if they would have included the three voices and the out-of-phase thing, it would have pushed the price up to the point where it would have been much more expensive than all the other, or considerably more expensive than all the other sets of Fluence pickups. And so they thought, well, if people really want the out-of-phase thing, they can spend the extra little stipend to get it. But if we put it in there automatically, people aren't even interested in it. It would be bring the pickup set up to a place where it might be prohibitive, shall we say. Does that make sense? Let's see. Look at the wear marks you're putting on the turquoise 2020er. Yeah, I've been giving that thing a good rodering. Been making it speak like a beast. Actually, Reverend does make left-handed axes. It's interesting. The reason why we haven't done a left-handed version of my guitar is because the way the pickups are made, the Fluence pickups are made with that control panel, it's kind of set. You can't really switch it around. But then somebody chimed in and said, I'm left-handed, I switched it around, it wasn't a big deal as far as using the pickup set on another guitar. So I don't know what the answer is. All I know is that we've been trying to get it going, but we've been having a hard enough time just to keep up with the man with the right-handed ones, unfortunately. So, and then getting the new one out. So we will do it at some point in time. We will do it. Questions out there. Don't be afraid. All right. Well, listen, folks, it is about that time. Thanks so much for tuning in today. I've enjoyed our time together. We've had fun with these two Wildwood 1055 strats. I wonder if the Wildwood website is still down. That was very disconcerting. Technology is, crazy. Let's see what we got. Wow. Oh, wait, no, there we go. There we go. It's back. Perfecto. That other guitar, Candy Green, 7.22 pounds. And again, they have 3 hand-wound Wildwood 10 Strat single coils. That's what they call the pickups for reals. This guitar is also a Wildwood 1055. Erroneously on the website, it says it's a 57 soft V, the neck shape. That is incorrect. It is a 54U, just like the other guitar. This one is 7.33 pounds. That's 7.22. This is 7.33. Ash body. Maple neck. Quarter sawn maple neck. Bone nut. Can you dig it? Oh, will you dig it? I'm going to go over here once and just make sure that one is... Yes, it is. Sorry, I lose myself sometimes. Thank you so much for tuning in, folks. We will see you on the morrow. Tomorrow I will be back with Dylan for our Friday Fishman shoot, 4 o'clock. Okay? Thank you, folks. We'll see you later.